We used to be a team no one respected. We used to be a team no one feared. That was then. This is now.
First victory of the year on the line. Goff's got it. Back, looks, throws, end zone. Yes. Caught!
You know who we are.
10, 5, end zone. Touchdown, Detroit Lions.
And you know where to find us. We won't be far. We'll be on your front porch waiting for you. We are the New Era Lions. And
we are driven by Detroit.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the final regular season live stream of the Detroit Lions 2023 season. I'm, of course, your host, David T. Pike. Here we are at Motor City Mania. It has been an awesome and an amazing regular season with y'all. Definitely had plenty of ups and downs. Definitely had plenty of fun moments here on Motor City Mania for live streaming. But don't fear, we're not going to be done while this is done or even when the playoffs are done. But this is the final one for the regular season, so let's enjoy it. Lions are at home, going to be playing the Minnesota Vikings. Going to have some fun here. Let's get ready for it. We're going to take a look at some comments here before the game starts. Braylon Dennis says he's first in, which he is. P. Blue says, let's get it on. Go Lions. Galloping Lake 6 says, I should go put on my gray jammies on in solidarity with the Lions today. Gordon DePress says, go Lions. James Vitchin says, let's effing go. Demolish the Vikings. Gordon DePress says, it's all heart and all grit. Independent Aquaman says, go Lions. And we are officially now caught up, and we're ready to start the game. And it looks like the Lions are going to receive the ball to start the game yet again. So the Lions offense are going to come out as they won the toss, and they've elected to receive. Oh, boy. Looking forward to this. The kick is away. Here we go. The kick is going to go out the back of the end zone. Lions will start at the 25-yard line. Michael Powell says, hear the roar in the jungle. Lions are playing right now to potentially secure the number 2 seed, provided, of course, that both Dallas and Philly lose today against the Giants and the Eagles. Goff is under center. Montgomery drops back into the single back formation. We have 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. Goff snaps, hands it off to Montgomery. Montgomery is going to pick up about 3 or 4 yards after giving a nice second effort. Galloping Lake says, there's our Pro Bowl quarterback. Should be our Pro Bowl quarterback, but unfortunately, he's not. Unfortunately, if I recall correctly, he's a second place alternative. So 2 other quarterbacks would have to be removed in order for him to get a chance to go to the Pro Bowl again, which I think is crap because he's played better than Matthew Stafford, but c'est la vie, it's a popularity contest. Same thing with Amon-Ra St. Brown. St. Brown in motion, Goff under center, play action, Goff looks to throw, Goff stands in the pocket, rolls to the left, Goff gets it away, Goff throws it away, gets it out. It's going to be 3rd and 6 coming up. Goff was looking for somebody, couldn't find anybody open, wisely threw it away, didn't take a sack, lived to fight another down. 3rd and 6 for the Lions coming up right now. Goff in the gun, St. Brown in motion from right to left. It's going to be trips left. Going to have Sam Laporta to the right. Goff snaps the ball, looks to throw. Goff looks, Goff throws, and threw it to Laporta, but it was defended well. It's going to be 4th and 6. Lions are going to have to punt the ball away. Good coverage on Laporta there. Goff led him, but good coverage by the linebacker. No, Facebook user, that was not PI. That was within 5 yards. You can do anything to the wide receiver within 5 yards. That is a fact that most people don't realize about illegal contact, pass interference, holding. You can do anything to the wide receiver within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Sam Laporta was only 3 yards off, so that's a good call there by the refs. Good punt by Jack Fox, and Fox gets it all the way down to the 9-10-yard line. Great job by Jack Fox. Good coverage by the punt team. Vikings are going to start deep in their own end zone. Well, deep in their own red zone, pardon me. Nick Mullins is going to start at quarterback for the Vikings today. Let's see how this defense plays with a lot of Viking starters out. I know they're missing a starting offensive lineman, so we're going to have to see how they play with McNeil back, CJ Garner back. There's a lot of guys on that defense that haven't been out there for a while. Quarterback snaps it. Mullins looks to throw, dumps it off really quickly to the tight end. Tight end is going to pick up a first down, but his body slammed by Jack Campbell, even though it's a first down. It's all right, Facebook user. Again, most people don't understand that about the rule. That's why I explained it. Most people don't realize that the rule states that you can do anything to the wide receiver within 5 yards. King S, not much, just calling the game. All right, Mullins under center, running back in single back formation with an I, pardon me. Mullins snaps it, hands it off, and he's going to pick up about 3-4 yards. Going to be 2nd and 6, 2nd and 7 coming up for the Vikings. So the right side of the Vikings right side of the Vikings offensive line is banged up. Nope. It's all right, Facebook user. Again, that's why I decided to explain it. There's nothing wrong with you. Nothing wrong at all. 2nd and 7 for the Vikings. Mullins in the gun. And Mullins is eventually going to snap it. Does so now. Hands it off on a draw play. Chandler is going to pick up the first down as he picks it up. Melifano came up and hit it with him, and first down Vikings. Vikings have already picked up 2 first downs on this drive, so the defense needs to start picking it up a little bit more. Campbell and Hutchinson were out of position on that play, so Melifano had to get him. It's the first drive, Galloping Lake 6. Let's not read too much into it. Mullins under center. 2 tight ends to the left with 2 wide receivers. It's gonna be a delay of game. There should have been a delay of game. Delay of game. Let's say delay of game there. You better call that. I was about to say the freaking play clock was freaking 0-0 there for a whole second. That was a delay of game. It's gonna be 1st and 15 for the Vikings after the penalty. All right, 1st and 15 for the Lions defense. Mullins is going to be in the gun again. Mullins snaps the ball, hands it off to Chandler. Chandler is going to bounce it outside, and Anzalone is going to drop him after picking up about 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 10. So the Vikings got the penalty, then picked up the penalty yardage back to make it 2nd and 10. All right. We've got 2 tight end. We got 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 tight end to the left, 1 to the right. Wide receiver in motion. Mullins in the gun. Mullins gets it out quick, and Osborne gets it and is tackled by Melifonwu, who's going to pick him up with only about 4 yards to go. So it's going to be 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3 coming up for the Lions defense. 3rd and 4 for the Lions defense. Third and 4, Mullins in the gun. Addison in motion, snaps the ball, looks to throw, steps up, throws it, and it's incomplete as Mullins was hit as he threw. 4th and 4 coming up. Good pressure by the Lions line. Incomplete pass. Going to be a punt coming up. Hutch was pressuring him from the outside, and then Pascal came up and hit him in the face. Actually kind of diverted the ball's path a little bit because Pascal got his arms up there. How's it going, DC? Afternoon. Punt is away. And it's going to be a good punt for the Vikings. And Raymond picks it up near the 7, finds a crease, is going to get a good crease. Oh, he might go all the way. Nope. Oh, it looked like he might get it, but he didn't. He got it near field, got it near midfield. Big return by Khalif Raymond. Gave the Lions good field position. Awesome job by Khalif Raymond. Great return. And with that, we are at our first commercial break. So what I'm going to do really quickly, guys, is because I'm going to step off camera for a minute to get myself something to drink. Otherwise, my voice is going to be gone by the end of this. So hold on one moment. All right, y'all, I am officially back. Sorry for taking a moment. All right, officially back to the game after the commercial break. Lions offense is back on the field with only 2 yards between midfield for them. Goff under center. They're already having fun with the Dan Skipper and Dale Decker reporting eligible nonsense. Goff under center. Goff snaps the ball. Play action. Goff looks to throw. Goff gets it out. Goff finds Amon-Ra St. Brown on a big play, and St. Brown nearly gets away, but still a big play for the Lions offense. Good recognition by Goff. Good play by St. Brown, reading that soft zone coverage and knowing where to sit down. Lions are already in the red zone after one play. Big numbers by Amon-Ra St. Brown. Goff in the gun. Goff throws, gets it to St. Brown. St. Brown finds the crease, picks up another first down, gets down to the 5 or 4 yard line. Lions are driving right now. All right. Goff under center, tight end to the left, tight end to the right, in tight wide receivers. Laporta in motion to the left. Goff snaps it, hands it off to Montgomery. Montgomery's going to get down to the 2 yard line. It's going to be 2nd and goal for the Lions offense. That play that Amon-Ra St. Brown had on the play that Skipper reported eligible was for 34 yards. Skipper came back in and again swiped his front of his jersey to let the ref know he was reporting as eligible. I'm telling you this right now. That's not going away anytime soon. We are going to hear about that till the end of our days. Kabinda is in the backfield at fullback. It's a big, heavy formation. Goff snaps the ball, hands it off. No, he doesn't. Play action. Wide open. Sam Laporta, touchdown, Detroit Lions. Man, that even faked me out. I thought Goff handed it off to freaking Gibbs, and no, it was a play action. Easy peasy lemon squeezy touchdown. Goff has now matched his touchdown total for passing touchdowns last year. Goff needs one more touchdown to crack 30 on the year. Going to adjust the gain here a little bit. Lions are up now 7-0. We are now officially at a commercial break. So, how's everybody had their new year? How is everyone doing? Facebook user, I don't think they're ugly. I just don't like the color scheme personally. It's like I would much prefer to bring back the black tops with the gray bottoms. I would much prefer to have, and I would just much prefer a different color scheme than that one. It's not that I don't like the old grays. I think they're okay. More than anything, I just don't like the blue helmet with the gray uniforms. I don't like it. I would much prefer to have a different alternative uniform to go with that helmet. But I do know there are some Lions fans, they just don't like those gray jammies. They hate them. So I guess it's kind of a personal taste kind of thing. For me, I love the all blues. I love the all whites. I don't love the all grays as much, but I don't have a problem with them. I just don't think they're as good with that blue helmet. That's just my personal opinion. Like I said, I hope in the future they either get moved to the all-white uniform or the all-blue uniform, or we bring back a black uniform, because I think blue and black, that's just a color combination that just pops. It literally just pops right off the camera. And I don't understand why the Lions organization has not gone back to that black uniform. I know people are like, oh, well, you know what? The black uniforms, they're signifying of the freaking, Matt Millen era. And it's like, I think that's ridiculous. This is not the same Lions team from the Matt Millen era. And I think we need to move forward with all aspects of our history. Jason, like I said, I think that blue helmet with the all blue would look great. But I think the blue helmet with all white would really look sick. I really think it would. Kickoff is underway. Jack Fox gets it off. And this is going to go out the back of the end zone. Touchback for the Vikings. They're going to be starting at their 25-yard line. Forgot to do my Fox Super 6. I've never won, but you know what? Might as well try it. You never know. All right. Mullins under center, man in motion. Mullins snaps the ball, play action, getting pressure, gonna get sacked, gonna go down. Jack Campbell getting the sack. Captain Jack coming up and making the big play. That's Campbell's second sack on the year, if I recall correctly. Mullins is going to be in the gun. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 tight end, 1 wide receiver to the left. Going to be 2nd and 19. Man in motion. Mullins snaps the ball. Draw. There's a flag instantaneously on the play. So either it's going to be offsides, neutral zone, or encroachment, one or the other. Illegal formation for the Lions. Illegal formation against the Vikings. Wow. I did not think that was coming on. All right. Put in my Fox Super 6 picks. See if I get some money out of that. Probably won't. But anyway. 3rd and 17 now. It's going to be a pass play, obviously. Look for Justin Jefferson. Mullins in the gun. Mullins snaps, looks to throw, gets pressured, drops it down low, and he is tackled right away by Jalen Reeves-Maybin. Goes nowhere. It is going to be a quick 3 and out for the Vikings offense. They're talking about the Lions' energy right now. Did I or did I not say the Lions were going to be coming in here looking for vengeance? Did I or did I not tell you they were going to be flying around? Kick is away. And Raymond back to kick it again. Going to be at the 20. Got a lot of room. Going to cut it back again and is going to get all the way up to the 35, 36-yard line. So another good start for the Lions offense. Well, Jason, I would say this. I don't know what's going to happen in regards to injuries, but I do know that before the game started, I heard the Fox News reporter, she said that they had talked to Dan Campbell on if the starters were going to stay out the full game. And he said he was going to monitor that and make decisions on how long they were going to stay out there. But from what I'm understanding, unless this is a tight game, they're not going to have the starters out there all game. They're just going to have them out there for a period of time, whether it's 3 quarters, 2 quarters, don't know. Just kind of depends on how they're feeling about it. So we'll see what happens one way or the other. DC, you're right. As far as a punt returner, he's having a hell of a game so far. 15-yard return on that last one and like a 40-yard return on the first one. He's doing a great job returning the ball. No problem, Jason. Again, that's my job. I'm trying to give you all the information that I got. Nothing beats water. May not taste it like anything, but nothing beats water as far as refreshing. Except maybe Gatorade. Ugh. But I just wanted to show you guys all. I officially got the NFC Division Champions hat for the Detroit Lions. Took only about a week and a half to get it, but I'm glad I got it for today's live streams. I think it looks pretty damn good. Facebook user says that's what coffee is for, and DC8091 says I beg to differ. Hey, you know what? Everybody's got their choice of poison. I just know that when I decide to drink, my choice of poison is amaretto sours with grenadine. That's my choice of poison. Some people may say that's a little bit of a girly drink, but I don't care. I love drinks that I like to drink. I don't want to be gagging it down while I'm trying to drink it. I want something I'm going to enjoy. So beer, not my cup of tea. Straight up drinks, not my cup of tea, unless I just don't care. Ugh. Yes, I did see your text about the Cosmo, DC8091, especially with the Steelers and Ravens fan. I saw it. I kind of got a chuckle out of it. Goff hands it off to Gibbs, and Gibbs gets only 1 yard. Now, remember, everybody, Gibbs needs 85 yards to crack the 1,000-yard mark. Montgomery needs 15. He's already picked up 4, so he needs another 11 for Monty. But Gibbs needs the more yardage today, which means Gibbs needs to get a big game today so that way they can crack the 1,000 duo. Goff is in the pistol with Gibbs directly behind him. It's going to be a triple right formation. Goff snaps, looks to throw. Goff gets it out, gets it to St. Brown, and St. Brown's going to pick up a first down. Good throw, good catch. Good outside throw by Goff and good awareness by St. Brown to find that marker and get across it. Goff in the gun. Looks like Monty is in the backfield with him. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Goff is going to a second play. Goff snaps the ball, looks to throw. Goff gets it out, gets it to Laporta, and Laporta is going to pick up 9 yards, going to make it a 2nd and 1. Goff looked right, didn't like what he saw, came to the middle, still didn't like what he saw, went to the left, finally got it to Laporta, almost picks up a first down. Good job by the offense. Goff under center, I formation. Actually, looks like a weak I formation, pardon me. Gibbs is in the backfield. Man in motion, Goff snaps it, hands it off to Gibbs. Gibbs is going to try and dance and is not going to get anywhere but back to the line of scrimmage. Going to be a 3rd and 1 coming up. Vikings run defense is playing very stout today. Keeping Gibbs bottled up. Third and 1 coming up. If I was the Lions, I would do a just straight-up power play with Montgomery. But we're in the gun. Gibbs is in the gun with Goff. Trips right, 1 to the left. Goff snaps, looks to throw. Goff gets it out, gets it to Laporta, but Laporta drops it. 4th and 1 for the Lions coming up right now, and it looks like the Lions are going to go for it. That was a pass that Laporta should have had and dropped it. Laporta should have caught that one, but oh well. Goff under center. Gibbs in the backfield. Laporta comes inside on the right-hand side. Almost the 45-yard line on our side, and Gibbs is going to pick it up. Gibbs is going to get the first down. Gibbs put in a second effort, got it across the marker. First down for the Lions. A little too close for comfort, but sometimes that's the way it goes. That was a good job by Gibbs jumping back inside to try and get that extra yardage to pick up the first down. So they're going to bring out the measurement crew. Going to see what the measurement is. It's just beyond the hash mark. It's just enough. The refs gave him the first down. They say it's enough. That was literally, you could literally fit a credit card between that, and that would be just enough. That is what you call razor's edge. Goff under center, 1st and 10 for the Lions. St. Brown comes to the right. Goff snaps it, is going to play action. Goff looks to throw, going down the field deep. He's got a man, and it's caught by Khalif Raymond. Touchdown! Oh, come on. That was a touchdown. That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. Facebook user, to answer your question, the Lions can only get the 2 seed one way. They have to win. They have to win this game against the Vikings, and the Cowboys and Eagles have to lose their games against the Giants and the Commanders. Oh, Khalif Raymond just stepped out just a little bit. Almost had it. Goff under center at the 3-yard line. Goff snaps, pitches it out to Gibbs, and Gibbs is going to find the corner and picks up the touchdown. Lions score 14-0. Nope, they didn't count that one, Facebook user. Goff still only has 29. He needs one more. Kick is up, and kick is no good. Michael Badgley misses his kick for extra points. The Lions only go up to 13, not 14. And that's Gibbs' 10th rushing touchdown, not his 11th. While we're at commercial break, I am going to check what's going on with the other games around the league here really quickly, just to get an idea of what's going on here. So, currently, right now, Bengals are on top of the Browns 7-0. Titans are on top of the Jaguars 7-3. Patriots are down to the Jets 3-0. Falcons have already gotten 14 points on top of the Saints, and the Bucs and Panthers are tied at 0 apiece. Now, understand something here, folks. The only game right now that we're concerned with, other than our own, is the Falcons and the Saints game. Because if the Saints win, there's a possibility, however crazy, that the Lions and Saints could meet up if the Lions get the number 2 seed. But again, that's also contingent upon whether or not the Eagles and the Cowboys win their games against the Giants and the Commanders. Now, I'm going to say this right now. I think it's more likely that the Eagles lose to the Giants than the Cowboys lose to the Commanders. But it would be lovely to see both of them lose and the Lions get that number 2 seed. That would be awesome. That's just my personal opinion. But all the games that we really need to pay attention to are not until 4:25, which is Bears and Packers, Eagles, Giants, Seahawks, Cardinals, Rams, Niners, and Cowboys, Commanders. All of those games are at 4:25, and those are the games that are really, really going to determine who the Lions play in the playoffs. So we're going to see what happens here later on today. Anyway, that is currently what is going on right now with the Lions in correlation with the rest of the league. And Jarrett Settlers, no, they're not going to rest their start. They're not resting their starters at least until halftime. I can tell you that right now. They're not going to rest the starters until halftime. The Lions want to make sure that there's no chance that the Vikings can come back from this game. This is a Vikings team that you can't sleep on. Big tackle by Jason Kabinda. Nick Burton asks, when I played football, what position did I play? I played a lot of positions, actually. I was a quarterback. I was a lineman. I was a tight end. I also played kicker. I was a linebacker. Like, I played a lot of positions when I was in football, but the one I was probably the best at was either tight end or quarterback. Those were my two best positions. I was also a pretty good linebacker, but those are my two best ones. Mullins is under center, single back. Mullins snaps the ball, tosses it out to Chandler. Chandler is going to find a crease and gets the first down and gets it but a little bit more, gets about 14 yards. Mullins under center. Addison in motion tight to the line. Snaps the ball. Mullins does a power stretch, and Chandler is going to break out, going to find another crease, and gets another first down, but there is a flag that flies in late. Holding against the Vikings offense. Holding on the center. Facebook user, yard line. They're just outside of, trying to see where they're at right now. I haven't seen the vertical shot just yet. Oh, they're on the 24-yard line. Mullins, boots left, going to get pressured, going to throw, and Pascal was right in his face. Going to be a 2nd and 20 coming up after Pascal put the hit on them. And there's now a conversation on whether or not it was intentional grounding. Mullins is trying to plead his case, and the refs are discussing over whether or not it's intentional grounding at another 15 yards. And still no signal on if there's a flag on the field or not. They are going to say it's intentional grounding against the Vikings, another 15 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 25. Actually, no, it's going to be 3rd and 35. 3rd and 35 for the Vikings. Pascal was right in Mullins' face, didn't even get a chance there, and had to throw it away, and nobody was in the freaking area. Oh, 3rd and 30. Mullins in the gun. This is just literally either a draw play or you throw it up and hope and pray, which I think it's a draw play. Nope, they're going to throw it. Mullins throws it. 3rd and 30, and you give up a first down. Holy cow. That's Aaron Glenn's defense right there. 3rd and 30, and you give up a first down with a throw all the way up the seam. That is the epitome of Aaron Glenn's defense right there. 3rd and 30, and you give up a first down. Mullins in the gun. Mullins comes and gets pressured, but McNeil was the one that got him, but they're going to rule it an incomplete pass. 3rd and 30. And dude, I am not going to forget that play. 3rd and 30. Kamal, the score is 13-0 Detroit. Vikings have the ball. Just converted on a 3rd and 30. Nobody made the tackle. It was an incomplete pass after McNeil hit Nick Mullins. It's going to be a 2nd and 10 coming up here right now. Somehow they're saying it's 1st and 10, but he just threw an incomplete pass. That's 2nd and 10. Going to be a draw play. Chandler's going to run and going to get tackled by Cameron Sutton, and then Jack Campbell finishes it off. Going to be a pickup about 3 or 4 yards. 3rd down coming up for the Vikings defense, Viking offense, pardon me. Man, I keep getting these backwards. Is it third down or second down? I think it's third down, but for some reason they keep saying it's second down. Yeah, it's 3rd and 8 here, and the freaking Fox people keep trying to say it's 2nd and 8. It's 3rd and 8. First quarter is at an end. Lions are up 13-0. Also, bear in mind, folks, if the Lions win today's game, they tie a franchise record for most wins in a season. Record was set back in 1991 with 12. All right. No, Facebook user, that was not Scott Mitchell. That was Frank Reich. Frank Reich was 91. Yes, Kamal, they missed the extra point. Michael Badgley shanked it to the left. All right, let's take a look, see at the scores around the NFL. Bengals are beating the Browns 14-0. Titans are still on top of the Jaguars 7-3. Jets are still on top of the Patriots 3-0. Falcons are still on top of the Saints 14-7. And the Panthers are up 0-0, but there's currently a play under review for that game, so we don't know what's going on just yet. So currently right now, Montgomery only needs 8 more yards to crack 1,000, while Gibbs needs 78. Gibbs needs 78. Montgomery needs 8 to crack 1,000. So still 3 quarters to go, but we'll see what's about to happen here. Mullins is in the gun. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Looks like there's a safety blitz coming in, and there's going to be another flag for a false start. Vikings are going to get flagged for 5 yards on 3rd and 8. It's going to move them back to 3rd and 13. Facebook user, you're more than welcome. I like to do that. I like to answer questions to anybody as long as I can do it. One pride for life. Badgley is supposed to be better as a range kicker, not necessarily up close. Patterson's closer. Patterson's better closer. Badgley's better from range. Mullins in the gun. Mullins looks to throw. Mullins gets pressured. Mullins drops it underneath to Jefferson, and Jefferson is going to get tackled by Anzalone, and Anzalone's not going to let him get any further. Going to be short by about 5 or 6 yards. Actually going to be 7. So it looks like they're going to be at 4th and 6, but it looks like the Vikings are going to put the offense back out on the field and try and go for it. O'Connell's going to keep the Vikings offense out there and go for it on 4th and 6. Lions crowd is coming alive. Mullins in the gun, man in motion. Mullins snaps, looks to throw, is going to dance, is going to get pressured by Campbell. And then there's flags, though. There's flags on the field. There are flags on the play. Mullins got the first down with all the effort. It's a legal contact against Nick Vildor on the Lions. So it's a first down irregardless. Yep, Vildor made contact with him too far down the field. You can't do that. That's the second time where the Lions had them in a literal chokehold on offense, and we let them convert. First on 3rd and 30, and second on 4th and 6. There's AG's defense. Again, Mullins, draw play. It's going to be a flea flicker. Mullins is going deep. Overthrew Addison by half a throw. Addison had to stop, and it was a missed opportunity for the Vikings offense, which, again, the Lions defense caught a break. Second and 10 for the Vikings offense. Mullins under center. Mullins snaps. It's going to do a power zone to the left and going to get tackled for a 4-yard gain. Going to be 3rd and 6 coming up. Lions defense has gotten pushed all the way back to their side of the field. It's around the 45, 40-yard line. 3rd and 6 for the Vikings offense. Trips right for the Vikings offense. One man to the left. Blitz is coming on Mullins. Mullins looking. Mullins is going to get sacked. It's a sack for Romeo Okwara, but there's a flag in the defensive secondary. Wow, another penalty on the Lions. Holding on Brian Branch. So another 3rd down that's been wiped away because of a bad play. First one on 3rd and 30, another one on 4th and 6, and another one on penalty for 3rd and 6. Honestly, come on, I would love anybody than Aaron Glenn right now. Again, this is what I've been saying about Aaron Glenn. 3 or 4 games he looks great, and then this is what happens every damn time. Mullins under center, but it looks like a timeout is called. Lions take a timeout here. Must have been something wrong with the play call or the formation because they called just before that play went off. I don't know what's going on with this defense, but this is not the defense that I was expecting to see today. They don't have TJ Hawkinson. They don't have their starting quarterback. They don't have a starting right tackle. It's like, dude, I don't know what's going on here. It's 1st and 10, Facebook user. Don't know what the down line is right now as far as yard. We are at the 30-yard line on the Lions side, so it's 1st and 10 on the Lions 30. Mullins under center, man in motion. Mullins snaps the ball, play action, looks to throw. Mullins is going to throw it deep down the fiddle in the middle and hits Jefferson over the middle and makes 3 guys miss, dives all the way to the 7-yard line. Here's Aaron Glenn's defense. Russell Brown, if Rivera gets canned, would I want him as the defensive coordinator? It'd be an interesting thought process because he is a defensive-minded coach. But the real question is, would he want to become a defensive coordinator after being a head coach for as long as he has? I don't think he would. Mullins is in the gun. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Mullins snaps it, hands it off on an inside zone, and Barnes stops him for no gain. It's going to be at the Lions' 8-yard line again for 2nd and goal. Facebook user, you're right. He might not have a choice. If Ron Rivera wants to continue to coach, he might not have a choice. Because think about it. He's had two head coaching stints back-to-back with the Panthers and with the Commanders and really hasn't done anything with them except one Super Bowl visit. Mullins under center, man in motion, snaps the ball. It's going to be a play-action end-around, and Jefferson is going to get tackled back by a huge play on Hutchinson. Hutchinson made a huge play on the backside for a huge loss of yardage. Jason, I would like Saleh from the Jets as well because of the obvious connections to Detroit. He was born in Detroit. He has family here in Michigan. But the problem is that the Jets are not going to move off of Saleh. They're going to realize, listen, with Rodgers going down, he's going to get at least one more season as the Jets head coach. I just don't think that's going to happen. We probably have to wait another year for Saleh to become available. Vikings are now on the Lions' 20-yard line, so they've been pushed almost out of the red zone, and it's going to be another delay of game on the Vikings. They're going to push them back another 5 yards. Lions fans are definitely making it difficult for the Vikings to snap the ball. Facebook user, I think that's kind of what's the case with Jim Schwartz. Mullins snaps the ball, gets pressured, going to get it to Jefferson. Jefferson is going to get tackled out of bounds by Brian Branch, and it's going to force the Vikings to have to kick a field goal after marching all the way up the field on 3 huge turnover opportunities that the Lions could have had. They had a 3rd and 30 that the Vikings converted. They had a 4th and 6 that the Vikings converted and got a penalty that helped them out. And they got a freaking 3rd down conversion on another penalty from Brian Branch. And all of that, now they're going to settle for a field goal because of a huge play by Hutchinson, another false start, and then no play from pretty much Justin Jefferson. And Jefferson was hot. Kick is up from the Vikings kicker, and the kick is good. Vikings on the board with 3 points. Jody Solomon, he's pissed off because he wants to win, and he feels like he's got no help out there, which you have to think about it is really true. Think about it. Who else does Justin Jefferson now have out on the field to help him? Really nobody. He has Jordan Addison, who's a rookie, but he's not like a rookie that we have. He has Ty Chandler, who's an okay running back, but he's not a Montgomery. He's not a freaking Jahmyr Gibbs. And who's his quarterback? Oh, yeah, that's right. His quarterback ever since Kirk Cousins got injured was Mullins, Josh Dobbs, and another guy. That's my whole point. Like, Justin Jefferson is trying to make plays out there by himself, and he's getting frustrated because he wants to win. He wants a chance to go to the playoffs, which the only way the Vikings go to the playoffs this year is they have to win the game, and then they have to have games won by the Falcons against the Saints, and they have to have a game won by the freaking Panthers against the Bucks. But right now, it's like, listen, that's not going their way, and he's getting frustrated. Facebook user, you're right. AG's defense is not great, but did the defense really hold them, or was it just the fact that we got a couple of plays that went our way? I think it's a little bit of both. That one play by Hutch, that was a great play by Hutch. But you have to admit, those freaking penalties that they occurred, those false starts, that wasn't because of AG. That was because of the crowd making a lot of noise, and the freaking center couldn't hear the quarterback saying, hut, hut, hike. Kamal says if they hold them to 3 points, this will be good. I mean, holding them to 3 points was good. That could have been a lot worse. It especially looked like it was going to be a lot worse after that 3rd and 30 conversion. But so far, it looks like the Lions' defense is, again, holding with the mindset of bend, don't break. Jody Selman says, that didn't stop them 2 weeks ago. Did AG make adjustments to cover him? Possibly. I think also, again, it has to do with the fact that the Vikings quarterback situation is just getting worse and worse, and they're not having to worry about covering him anymore. Think about it. If Kirk Cousins was out there, this would be a completely different story. Nick Mullins is not anywhere close to even Kirk Cousins. Kamal says, I didn't get any chance to see any videos because I was in the hospital. How did you feel about the Lions-Cowboys? We got robbed as far as I'm concerned. I made like 3 or 4 videos talking about that. And I'll just say right now, my opinion on all of them was the same thing. I think the NFL got it wrong. I think the NFL tried to blame the Lions, and I think it was a bunch of horse crap. Low Esteem says Anzalone missed the tackle on 3rd down, QB run 2. He did miss that tackle, but at the same time, there was that penalty on the backside that also didn't help us either from Vildor. So Vildor didn't help us either. Either way, even if we'd have made that tackle, it still would have been a conversion on down because of the penalty. Oh, Facebook user, I agree Cousins is overrated. Cousins has this persona. He is a great regular season quarterback. If it's not a primetime game and it's not a game after 425, go to the playoffs, he sucks. Primetime, he sucks. Goff under center. Goff snaps, hands it to Gibbs. That's Montgomery. Montgomery's going to pick up another yard, is now going to be 7 yards short of picking up 1,000. I can tell you this right now, the Vikings are more concerned about stopping the Lions' run game than they are about stopping the passing game because they don't want them to pick up that duo 1,000. I guarantee you that. I love the fact they're showing our new banner in Ford Field. 2nd and 9, Goff in the gun. Goff snaps. Goff looks to throw. Goff gets it out. Gets it to Laporta. Laporta's going to pick up a 1st down. Nice slant pattern by Laporta. Goff got it to him. 1st down, easy peasy. Thomas Lewis, that third and 30 that the Vikings got was a definite killer. That was a backbreaker. You get 3rd and 30, there's no reason why your defense should not stop them. And all Mullins did was throw it up the seam. The tight end got it and converted it. That right there is like, dude, that should not happen. Goff in the pistol. Gibbs behind him. 2 wide receivers and a tight end to the right. Goff snaps it, hands it to Gibbs. Actually, Montgomery again. Another 1-yard gain. Montgomery now needs 6 yards. Pick this up 1 yard at a time, I guess. 6 more yards for Montgomery. Montgomery needs 6 yards to get to 1,000. 6 yards to get to 1,000 for Montgomery. Actually, that was a 2-yard gain, so he needs 5. Goff in the gun. Trips to the left. Goff looks to throw. Goff gets it out, throws it up. Goff tried to drop it in there to St. Brown, but couldn't get it to him. 3rd and 8 coming up. Bobo Yoop says our running game is pathetic right now. Yeah, it is kind of pathetic. The reason why it's pathetic is because I guarantee you this. The Vikings were told about the fact that both Gibbs and Montgomery don't need that much to get to 1,000. And if they do, they're going to be the 8th team in NFL history to do that. 3rd and 8 coming up for the Lions offense. Goff in the gun. Another trips to the left. Goff snaps. Goff looks to throw. Goff gets it out, gets it to Laporta, and Laporta is going to be brought down by about 3 or 4 yards short. So it's going to be 4th and 3 or 4th and 4 coming up. This would be an opportune time for Dan Campbell to do a fake with the punt unit. You're near midfield. 4th and 3 coming up. Let's see what they do here. Did they punt or they go for the fake? Nope, they're going to punt it. They're not going to do the fake. Another beauty. Oh, my Lord. That's going to get down at the 2-yard line. Wow. That was right down at the 1-yard line. Down at the 1-yard line by the Lions. So the Vikings are going to start their drive at the 1 or 2 yard line. So this is an opportunity for a safety. So I'm going to be back in a minute, y'all. I'm going to go get myself some more water. Give me a moment. All right, y'all. I'm officially back. Gabriel Brockhart, yes, you are correct. The running game is a little disappointing currently because I want the Lions to get that dual 1,000-yard running game, and I think they can do it, but they're just not getting that production up front. Jody, so Jody, that's a little mean, but I get what you say. Safety, hope they don't rely on Barnes. That's a little cruel, but I get what you're saying because he's like, I'm afraid to hit the quarterback, which I'm like, if you're at that point, the game's got a problem. Okay, let's take a look at the scores around the NFL right now. Bengals are on top of the Browns 21-0. Titans are on top of the Jaguars, but has limited the score down to 14-10. Jets are still on top of the Patriots 6-3. Falcons and Saints are tied up apiece at 14. Bucks are on top of the Panthers 3-0 currently. All right. Currently, right now, the Vikings are going to be starting at the either 1 or 2 yard line. Currently, right now, it is almost 110 decibels in Ford Field, and the Vikings will start at their own 2 yard line here. The Vikings are going to be in a power I formation and going to be a direct handoff, and Madison's going to pick up 1 or 2 yards, going to make it a 2nd and 8 or 2nd and 7 if they give him the 3. Pam Oliver is saying right now that the Lions are extremely focused. They're extremely set in getting this win, which is exactly what I want to hear. 2nd and 8 at the line at the Vikings 4 yard line. Mullins hands it. Oh, it's a play fake and gets it to the tight end and is going to get all the way down to the 25 yard line. First down, Vikings. Great job, AG. Great freaking job. I don't care what anyone says about Aaron Glenn. I thought about making an episode about this, but I decided not to. You can say that the players respect the hell out of Aaron Glenn. You can say that all you want by him winning a popularity contest, that he's the one defensive coordinator that players want to play for. But just because he's respected doesn't mean he's talented. And Madison picks up another 6 or 7 yards, going to be 2nd and 4, 2nd and 3 coming up. And there's another offensive lineman for the Vikings that are slow to get up. So the Vikings have got another offensive line injury. That's a good question, Bob Ayub. I don't know where that rush defense is. Again, I've said this so many times about Aaron Glenn, and I'm tired of sounding like a broke record, but it's like, I don't care what Lions fans want to tell me. You cannot tell me Aaron Glenn is a good defensive coordinator when we constantly keep seeing the ineptitude. We constantly keep seeing the inconsistency. We constantly keep seeing this defense in situations which should benefit them, that should give them a clear advantage, constantly losing. 3rd and 30, the defense gives up a first down. How in the hell does that make sense? 4th and 6, you give up a first down. How does that make sense? You've got the freaking offense backed up on their own 2-yard line, and somehow they pick up a play of 25 yards to get down to the 25-yard line, some shit like that. How does that make any sense? That's my whole point there. I get it. Defenses are sometimes going to have plays where the offense outdoes them. I get that. But when you're seeing it every single week, you can't tell me that Aaron Glenn's a good defensive coordinator. Gordon depressed, you're right. The special teams has looked good. I've had nothing against Ben Johnson for the majority of the year, and I've had absolutely nothing against the special teams coordinator at all. But Aaron Glenn, it's like, dude, it's like, for all the talent that this man has been given on this defense, he still has not figured it out to have a consistent effect week after week. And I like what you're saying, Galloping Lake 6. I think the reason that the defense has even looked slightly better this year has more to do with the player's talent than it has to do with Glenn's scheming. Campbell can say all he wants that Glenn is a great coordinator, but to me, it's like, I'm telling you, my eyes are not lying. I look and see what Glenn does week to week, and it just doesn't look good. I keep seeing the same stupid mistakes, and it's just ridiculous. Anyway, enough of that. Let's look at what's going around the NFL right now, because things can change in an instant. And currently nothing has changed as far as scores. Bengals are still on top big over the Browns. Titans are still up by 4 over the Jags. Jets are still up by 3 against the Patriots. And Falcons and Saints are still tied. C.J. Gardner-Johnson is now in the game for the first time since week 2. Bucks and Panthers are still at 3-0. Mullen snaps, boots to the left on a play action, gets Addison, and Sutton comes up and makes the tackle on a first down play. Jody Salmon says Baker and Tampa need to get their heads out of their ass. They won't make the playoffs. I believe they'll make the playoffs. I just don't know if they're going to win in the playoffs. Galloping Lake 6 says we have Bugs and Bruce Irvin playing last week against Dallas. Now they're no longer Lions. Bugs, I can understand that argument, but Irvin never really played that much for us. Mullins under center, Addison in motion. Mullins snaps the ball, play action. Blitz from the backside, and he's going to get sacked. And Hutchinson gets the sack. He's now got 10.5 sacks on the season. Hutch now has cracked the double sack barrier. Ten and a half sacks now for Aiden Hutchinson on the season. 10.5 sacks. Hutchinson now has 20 sacks over his first 2 years in the NFL. It's 10.5, not 11 or 11.5. It's 10.5. He's got 10.5 sacks. Mullins getting blitzed again, steps up, throws it out. It's going to be incomplete. Throw was to Jefferson. Sutton was on the play there. Yeah, Hutch has 10.5 sacks this year. Mullins in the gun. Mullins looks to throw. Mullins gets it out, gets it underneath to Jefferson, but nowhere close to a first down. It's going to be like 4th and 5, 4th and 6 again for the Vikings, and it looks like they're probably going to go for it again. Nice to hear that, Kamal. Says he's rocking his Hutchinson jersey today. Currently, I'm not rocking anybody's jersey. I don't rock jerseys when I'm doing my shows. Oh, I'm sure it does, Kamal. I'm sure it does. 4th and 9, actually. Vikings are going to punt the ball away. There's 2 minutes and by the time the Lions get the ball, it's going to be about 2 minutes and 35 seconds left. Khalif Raymond's going to get another chance to return it, is going to get up to about the 18-yard line after being about the 7 or 8-yard line. 2 minutes and 35 seconds left on the clock for the Lions. Actually 2 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. So currently on the year, trying to take a look at all this nonsense here. Currently on the year, Hutch has got the most sacks for the Lions, and the next closest is McNeil with 5. But what's funny is how many linebacker sacks we've had this year. Campbell's got 2 this year. Anzalone's got 3. Linebackers have been getting a lot more sacks this year for the Lions. That's kind of interesting. Currently, in the NFL right now, the Bengals are up 21-0 and are driving down the field again to potentially extend their lead further. Titans have extended their lead now 21-10 over the Jaguars. Jets are up 6-3 over the Patriots. Falcons and Saints are still tied at 14 apiece. And the Buccaneers are still up by 3 over the floundering Panthers, which makes absolutely no sense in my opinion. Facebook user, my favorite dinner. That's a tough question because my favorite dinner kind of depends on what I'm in the mood for. But if I had to tell you what my favorite dinners are, pizza, steak, mostaccioli, lasagna. And if you hadn't taken a guess, 3 out of the 4 of those are Italian. Facebook user says Hutch is living up to everything expected. I mean, people can say what they want in the debate. Should we have gone with Thibodeau? Should we have gone with Hutch? Here's what I'm going to say. That first year, Thibodeau didn't really do anything for the Giants. Yeah, he's doing great right now, but I want consistency, not 1 year great, 1 year bad. No, I want consistency. Think about it. Last year, Hutch had 9.5 sacks. This year, he currently has 10.5. In 2 years, Hutchinson has garnered 21 sacks for the Lions. I'd say that's being very consistent. I consider consistency a much more valuable asset as a player than can you show up really great 1 year versus the next. Goff snaps, play action, looks to throw. Goff gets it out. Was trying to get it to Gibbs. Gibbs looked like he was confused on the play. Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 for the Lions. St. Brown in motion. Goff under center. Goff snaps. Hands it off to Gibbs. Gibbs is going to find a small hole, pick up 5 yards. Biggest gain of the day for the Lions offensive line in terms of running the ball. It's now going to be 3rd and 5 coming up. I don't know if the Lions are going to try and get a playoff before the 2-minute warning, and it doesn't look like they're going to. Going to let it go all the way down to the 2-minute warning and then start after the 2-minute warning. Oh. 2-minute warning before the half. Lions up 13-3. 3rd and 5 when we come back from the break. I'm going to be honest with y'all. When it comes to, I know this is a debate that a lot of people have with their steaks, because depending upon who gets what steak cooked, some people say that the only acceptable steak is a steak that is bloody to a certain degree. Like the most they'll ever have a steak cooked is medium rare. Now, for me personally, I like my steak cooked well because I'm sorry, I don't like blood. It's like, listen, that's just me personally. I know some people like theirs medium, some people like them medium rare, some people like them rare, some people like them medium well, some like them burned or crisp. I'm kind of right in the middle. I'm like, hey, you know what? I can go medium and I prefer medium well, but I don't want my steak to be bleeding and I hear the cow going moo. Javier, I don't think it has anything to do with it. I don't think there's any reason to be concerned. I think let's keep a couple things in perspective here. One, the Vikings are playing hard because they realize that this is a game they have to win if they want any shot at the playoffs. And I said this in my previous episode. I was like, listen, do not just expect the Vikings to just get walked over by us. That's not going to happen. The Vikings are going to play hard. They're going to give us their best shot. I expect that the Lions are going to win, but I didn't expect the Lions are just going to come into Ford Field and we're just going to completely trounce the Vikings. That was just not going to happen. It's a division game as well. Plus, on top of that, like I said, it's a playoff game for the Vikings. Plus, on top of that, you have to consider something here. This is a game that, for the Vikings, they're trying to stop a lot of things other than just losing. They're trying to stop the Lions from getting that 2 1,000-yard rusher duo that hasn't happened in like 3 or 4 years. They're trying to make sure that the Lions don't have 2 1,000-yard rushers and 2 1,000-yard receivers in a year. The Vikings are playing to stop a lot of things because this is, as they said, this is a division game. So it's a division rivalry on top of it being a playoff game for them. All right. All right. 3rd and 5 for the Lions offense. Goff in the gun. 2 wide receivers to the left and the right. Goff looks to throw. Goff gets it out. Gets it to Sam Laporta, and Laporta is going to get the first down. But there is a flag on the play, and Laporta is slow to get up. And it looks like Laporta is grabbing his head or knee. I can't figure out which. Penalty is against the Vikings for illegal hands to the face. Something tells me he hyperextended it. But Laporta is up. He is walking. But that's going to be it for Laporta. He's walking under his own power. Laporta's hurt, but it doesn't look like he's injured. Like I said, Bob Ayub, I think what happened is he hyperextended his knee, and that's why he's able to walk, but he's probably not doing much with it. Reynolds in motion. Goff snaps, hands it off to Gibbs. Gibbs is going to pick up another good chain of yards. Going to pick up about 6 or 7 there. Goff snaps. Goff looks to throw. Goff gets it out. Gets it to St. Brown. And it's going to be a first down. Guys, calm yourself. Just because it's a knee injury doesn't mean he tore anything. It could just very well be a case of a hyperextended knee. If he tore something, he's not getting back up and walking. I don't care who you are. If you tear an ACL or MCL, you're not getting back up and just walking around under your own power. I guarantee you it's a hyperextended knee or a sprained knee. Goff in the gun, hands it off to Gibbs, and Gibbs is going to get wrapped up immediately. Fourth and 4 for the Lions. Jack Fox is back to receive the punt. Fox is going to get the kick away. Going to be at the 33-yard line for the Vikings with 1:12 left. Looks like some Vikings players and a Lion player were starting to jaw a little bit at each other. People need to stop worrying about the energy. Penalty is against the Vikings. Come on, I understand. It's boring to watch a game like the Panthers and the Bucks. All right. Mullins is in the gun. Mullins snaps the ball, looks to throw. Mullins is going to throw it up. Jefferson wide open. Once again, no coverage. Injury update from the Lions. Sam Laporta, knee is questionable, which is a typical report. But the fact that they haven't immediately ruled him out tells me it's not as bad as they think it could have been. Mullins in the gun. Mullins snaps, looks to throw. Blitz coming. Mullins gets it to Jefferson again. Going to get it to the 35-yard line. Another 20-yard gain. Thank you, Aaron Glenn. You screw us again. Mullins in the gun. Looks to throw. Dumps it out to Chandler. Chandler is going to get beat by Anzalone. And once again, another first down. 3 straight first downs by the Vikings offense. Vikings have 37 seconds left. Laporta is now being carted to the locker room. Mullins in the gun. Mullins looks to throw. Mullins is going to get sacked again by Hutch. Hutchinson now up to 11.5 sacks. Eleven and a half sacks for Hutch. Second and 19 for the Vikings coming up. Second and 19, man in motion. Mullins looks to throw the pass, getting blitzed again, throws it up deep and incomplete. Melifonwu was on the coverage. Third and 19 coming up. Ball was to Jefferson, and Melifonwu was on the coverage. The pass was a little overthrown by Justin Jefferson, and Melifonwu was right there in case he caught it to try and pop it out. Third and 19 coming on. Third and 19 for the Vikings, going to be on the 31-yard line of Detroit. Mullins drops back, looks to throw, gets blitzed, going to get it underneath to the tight end, Johnny Munt. It's going to be well short of the first down. So the clock is going to wind down, and the Vikings are probably going to take a timeout, take a field goal, and make it 13-6. Vikings are going to take their final timeout with 2 seconds left. Looks like Dan Campbell is getting an update on Sam Laporta because Campbell was talking to somebody that didn't look like a coach, and he's getting some sort of an injury update on him. .43-yard attempt for Greg Joseph of the Vikings. Kick is up, and kick is good. Vikings are going to be brought within 7 points to the Lions going into the half. Jody Salmon, yes, Aleem McNeil is playing. And with that, that is the halftime. Rich Hustle says, I may be tripping, but didn't the ref say Viking used their third timeout on their last timeout? No, you weren't tripping. I heard that too. All right, now that we're in the halftime period, let's take a look, see at what's going on around the NFL right now. Bengals are up 24-0 at the half against the Browns, which that's no surprise. Jaguars have now drawn to within 8 against the Jaguars at halftime. They're down 21-13. Jets are up against the Patriots 6-3 at the half. Falcons and Saints are tied at 17 apiece at the half. And the Bucs are up 6-0 against the Panthers at the half. Anyway, game is definitely not gone what I was expecting it was going to, but at the same time, I'm not totally surprised about it. So, right now, the Lions are only up by 7 against the Vikings. And Sam Laporta's injury is definitely in question as to what happened. I, again, think it's just either a hyperextended knee or it's a sprained knee. Don't know what it is specifically. Probably won't know until either later today or tomorrow officially. I think Laporta will be fine, seeing as how he was able to get up and walk under his own power. Granted, it was a ginger walk, but we'll see what happens. Again, the fact that he wasn't allowed to walk back to the locker room is a little bit concerning, but we'll see what happens. Dude, these commercials keep getting ridiculous. And these TV shows are getting more and more ridiculous. No, Rich Hustle. Aleem McNeil does not have a sack today. The only players that have sacks today are 2 by Hutchinson and 1 by Jack Campbell. Those are the only sacks. There are 3 sacks for the Lions defense today. Aleem McNeil got a quarterback hit, but not a sack. I don't know what his injury is. I don't know what Laporta's injury is right now. Like I said, it could be a hyperextended knee. It could be a sprained knee. It could be a bone bruise. There's a lot of things it could be. I sincerely doubt it's a bone bruise because it wasn't hit in the knee. Again, it looked like the knee bent a certain way that it wasn't supposed to bend. To me, it looks like a hyperextended knee. That's what it looks like because it didn't bend the right way. Now, hyperextended knees are kind of a little bit of a tricky one to figure out. Depending upon how bad of a hyperextension it was, which while it looked like it was a decent hyperextension, it didn't look like it was super bad. Laporta could be ready for the playoffs next week. He also could miss. I don't know. Again, it's going to depend on what we actually find out the injury is. Currently, right now, we're taking a look at the halftime periods for the games. They're showing the Panthers and Bucs game right now. DJ Chark fumbling the ball going into the end zone. That's a touchback. Again, the way I look at it is this. Laporta is a very tough individual. Laporta is going to play unless he can't. Now, I don't see Laporta playing the rest of the day because they're not going to try and re-risk injury. But as far as I'm concerned, I think Laporta plays next week. I think it's just a sprained knee, a hyperextended knee, something like that. Because if it was something else, then he probably wouldn't be able to walk. So chances are it could be something as bad as like a sprained MLC, ACL, something like that. It could be as simple as a hyperextended knee. We're just going to have to wait and see to what it is. Showing the highlights now for the Jaguars and Titans game. That's looking like it's a pretty decent game right now, especially when it's 13-21 right now. Jimmy Johnson's now talking about the Lions rookies. Yes, David, he was carted off he was carted to the locker room. He was not carted off the field. He walked off the field. He was then carted to the locker room. And again, usually again, look at the way he's walking. It looks like he just hyperextended it. If he couldn't walk, then I'd be concerned. Strahan just said the Lions defense has stepped up. Has he been watching the game I've been watching? 3rd and 30, 4th and 6. No, I do not have any pets, Kamal. I've had pets in the past. I've had cats. I've had a dog. I've also had fish. Granted, of course, that was when I was a lot younger. Again, Tom Pelissaro is also saying that Laporta is questionable to return. Still don't know what is going on with that knee, but I'm pretty sure we're about to find out here at the halftime report when they talk to Dan Campbell about the whole situation. We'll probably get a little bit more information. All right, I'm going to go get some more water, and then we'll be back in a minute. So hold on a minute, folks. Oh. Nick Burton, I don't know if we're going to get to the 2,000 for both running backs. I have to first and foremost check and see what the stats are for both running backs here. So give me 1 second. So currently, Montgomery needs 5 more yards to crack 1,000. So he'll get 1,000 for sure. Gibbs, on the other hand, he still needs 77. No, either 76 or 77 more yards, something like that, to get to 1,000. So can they do it? Yeah, they can.
but they're definitely going to have to step it up here in the second half. One Pride for Life says, hope Chicago beats Green Bay today. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know what's going to happen in that game. That game seems to be a really well-balanced game between the two opponents. One, Chicago is playing a lot better later on down the stretch. Same thing with the Packers. The Packers, on the other hand, their defense is kind of suspect right now. So for me, I think that the problem is can the Packers defense stop the speed of the Bears? Because you got to think about it. The Bears have DJ Moore, they have Justin Fields, so they do definitely have some speed there. Facebook user, the answer to your question is the Vikings get the ball to start the second half because we started with the ball to begin the game. Lions Mania says, hopefully Laporta is all right. Again, the way I look at it is Laporta either has a hyperextended knee or a sprained knee, probably something like that. Like I said, the worst it could probably be would probably be like a sprained ACL or MCL. The best it could probably be would be a hyperextended knee. I don't know which it is. I hope we find out something here before too long, but we're just going to have to see. One Pride for Life says, just don't want Green Bay having any momentum with Love. Want them weak in spirit for next year. Here's the thing, though, One Pride. I just don't think that's going to happen. Again, the Packers are a young team just like we were last year. The only difference is whether or not they make the playoffs. At this point, the Packers have one thing that the Lions didn't have last year when they're talking about that. The Packers control their own destiny. For them, it's, hey, they just need to win and get in. It's kind of the same thing that happened last year with, hey, if the Bears spoil the Packers, they're out. The only way that the Packers get in if they lose is if a whole bunch of other freaking things go opposite of what the Packers don't need, which is a whole bunch of other teams losing. All right, Mullins under center. Mullins snaps the ball, hands the ball off to Chandler. Chandler's going to get nothing, only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Pam Oliver is now talking. So all we know about the injury is that it's a knee injury. That's it. Or that we're going to know more about it tomorrow. Justin Jefferson left wide freaking open. There was nobody covering him underneath. Nobody covering underneath there. Lions have now ruled out Sam Porter with a knee injury, which I already expected that was going to happen anyway. I did not expect the Lions were going to bring him back. Mullins play action, rolls to the left, and Addison gets it, is then hit by Anzalone and Cameron Sutton. Second and 5 for second and 5 for the Vikings offense. Mullins going to be under center. Mullins is barking out signals, snaps the ball to Chandler. Chandler is going to get a big gain, gets all the way up to the 38-yard line. 19 yards for the Vikings running back. Saw a towel get thrown up in the air. I thought it was a flag for a minute. I don't know what Glenn's doing, folks. I don't know what he's doing, but right now it's not good. Mullins under center. Mullins snaps the ball. Play action. Gonna throw it. It's an incomplete pass. Aquara got in the way of Mullins. Play was ruled dead. And it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Lions defense, Vikings offense. Man in motion, Mullins in the gun. Mullins is going to hand it off to Chandler, finds the crease outside, and Anzalone and Campbell tackle him. It's going to be 3rd and 3 for the defense. I don't know what it is, but every time they run it to that right-hand side of the formation of the defense or the left-hand side of the offensive line of the Vikings, they just keep picking up huge gains. 3rd and 3 for the Vikings. Vikings are 0 for 6 on 3rd down conversions so far. Man in motion to the right. Mullins looks to throw, gets a little pressure, gets it out, and incomplete pass. Incomplete. Now 4th and 3 for the Vikings. And it looks like the Vikings are going to stay out there to go for it. Nope. Looks like they were going to bring out the field goal kicker, but now they're going to, I think what they're going to try here is they're going to try and get the Lions to jump offside, get the 1st down, and if they can't, they'll just take the penalty and go. Actually, they can't take the penalty. They're going to go for it here. And that is a turnover on downs for the Vikings. Was stopped a yard short. Yep, he was a yard short because of the knee being down. Knee down, a yard short. It's going to be a turnover. They're going to measure it, but it's going to be a turnover. Like, unless the big yellow line's off. Nope, yellow line was right where it's supposed to be. The Vikings turn the ball over on downs. Lions offense will take over. These Progressive commercials are just ridiculously funny. These are just so funny. Like, they're so ridiculous, but they're funny as hell because it's like, people don't act like this. Like, I know that every so often you're going to find a person that does, but it's just like, dude, come on now. Like, people just don't act like this. Facebook, that's just not going to happen. I get it. I know people want to see the big play. They want to get the energy back. But it's like, listen, that's not how the Lions go down the field. They take shots when they can. Jody Salmon says the refs got some good eyeballs today, at least on downs. I'll admit, the refs today have actually been doing a decent job calling the game. They haven't missed much. There might have been a play here or there they've missed, but overall, I think the refs have done a decent job. It's interesting what happens when you have a good ref crew versus a bad ref crew. Again, Brad Allen. But I'm not getting back into that. That man's name will forever be synonymous with failure and cheating here in Detroit. Forever. You can talk about any other bad ref that the Lions have had. Brad Allen, his name is not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. Let's take a look at some of the scores around the NFL here really quickly while we're at commercial break. Currently, Bengals are still up 24-0 against the Browns. Titans have further extended their lead over the Jaguars 28-13. Jets are still up 6-3 over the Patriots. Saints are now up over the Falcons 24-17. And the Panthers and Bucks are still at 6-0. All right, Lions are going to start at the 30-yard line or 29-yard line, either way. It's a pistol formation for the Lions. Goff snaps the ball, play action. Goff throws down the middle and is going to get it straight to Amon-Ra St. Brown. First down. First down for the Lions, 13-yard gain from the Lions. St. Brown is at 5 receptions for 70 yards. Montgomery is in the backfield. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Goff snaps, play action, looks to throw, going to go deep down the field. And wow, Goff well overthrew St. Brown on that one. Wow, Brian Branch is now injured. Wow, 2 rookies for the Lions are injured now. Good thing we got C.J. Gardner back. Goff in the backfield for Gunn. Goff snaps, hands it off to Montgomery. Montgomery's going to go inside, picks up another 4 yards. He's now 1 yard short of 1,000 yards. Montgomery is 1 yard short of cracking 1,000 yards. 1 yard short. Third and 6. St. Brown in motion to the right. Goff is killing the play, going to a second look. Goff snaps. Goff looks to throw. Goff gets it out. Gets it to Donovan Peoples-Jones. And it's going to be 1 yard short. Lions look like they're going straight to it. Lions are going to go for it. Gabriel, the player that would replace Laporta, would be probably James Mitchell at this point because Brock Wright's out. The Lions only have 1 tight end now that's on the active roster for the day. So they've got 1 tight end. Montgomery in the backfield, 4th and a long 1. Goff snaps it, play action. Goff rolling. Goff gets it on the rollout to Donovan Peoples-Jones for another big play. Goff could have ran that if he wanted to, but Goff decided to throw it down the field. Good throw by Goff on the rollout. Good route by Donovan Peoples-Jones, too. Goff is going to be under center. Goff snaps, play action again. Goff throws it, gets it out to Skipper. Skipper caught it. Skipper caught it and picked up 4 yards. That just brought the energy back into the stadium. There's the energy the Lions were looking for. They just got it from Dan Skipper. 4-yard pickup by Dan Skipper. Apparently, he did report 2nd and 6 for the Lions. Skipper in motion. Goff snaps it, hands it off to Gibbs. Gibbs is going to pick up 6-7 yards. Skipper John with somebody. Goff in the pistol. Goff snaps it. Play action again. Goff throws it deep. Oh, throw the flag. Throw the flag. Freaking, that was a touchdown throw to Josh Reynolds all day long. Freaking Josh Reynolds had a touchdown there, and I was about to say that was in the end zone. That's going to be on the 1-yard line right there. Freaking, that was a touchdown right there to Josh Reynolds and freaking held him. It's at the 1-yard line for the Lions. Great time to get a touchdown here. Going to be curious to see what they do here. Goff under center. Goff snaps the ball. Play action. Goff gets it away. Goff got hit just before he let go of that ball. See what happens here. 2nd and goal. Montgomery is the back. Got another big package. Skipper is off the ball in motion to the right. Goff hands it to Montgomery, and Montgomery's going to get the touchdown. Touchdown, Lions. And with that, Montgomery's also cracked the 1,000-yard barrier. Montgomery gets the touchdown, and he gets 1,000 yards. Good job. Actually, no, he doesn't have the 1,000 yards. He's 4 yards short. Pardon me, my math was off. Lions are now up 20-6. He's 4 yards short, but either way, he's pretty much going to get the 1,000 yards. Pardon me. Pardon me. All right. Goff has a touchdown pass. Montgomery has a touchdown run. Gibbs has a touchdown run. I was wrong, everybody. I was wrong. Montgomery has 996 rushing yards. He needs 4 more. My bad. I got a little too excited there. A little too excited. I thought he had it. All right. Lions are up 20-6. Let's take a look-see at the scores around the NFL currently. Bengals are still up 24-0 over the Browns and are at the Cleveland 7, looking to gain another 7. Titans are at the Titans are up 28-13 over the Jags. Jets and Patriots still 6-3. Saints have pulled out fast and far away over the Falcons, now 31-17. And the Bucks and Panthers are still at 6-0. Oh, good Lord. I'm sorry. I thought the Bucs were going to destroy the Panthers. I seriously did. I seriously thought the Bucs were going to destroy them because it's like, listen, the Bucs right now are the leader in the NFC South division. They have much more talent on both the offense and the defense, and yet they've only got a 6-0 lead over the Panthers, the worst team in football, and they've got a lead over them. Yeah, I saw that, Bodie. I saw that. He got injured, but there are two silver linings here. One, C.J. Gardner-Johnson came back, and two, Brian Branch, again, we don't know what the nature of the injury is, but didn't come in till late. So, again, probably isn't all that big. Wow. Someone got leveled. There's Branch. He's coming back in. He's not injured. So Branch is good enough to play, so he's back in. Mullins comes back in, throws a quick throw to Osborne, and is going to get somewhat tackled. It's going to be 2nd and 7 for the Vikings offense. Second and 7 for the Vikings offense at the 29-yard line. Mullins in the gun, snaps the ball, hands it off to Chandler, and Chandler's going to get hit right away by Barnes. Barnes is going to stop him about 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 4 or 3rd and 3 coming up. Oh, they gave him a lot more than that. It's 3rd and 2. Must be a very long 2. 3rd and 2 for the Lions defense coming up. Mullins in the gun, man in motion. Mullins snaps the ball, getting pressured by Hutch again, and Hutch is, nope, sacked by Levi Onwuzurike. Detroit Lions' 4th sack of the afternoon. Levi Onwuzurike now joins the club. It's going to push the Vikings back freaking 12 yards. They're going to have to punt. Good job by Onwuzurike sticking with the play. Hutch with 2 sacks. Levi Onwuzurike with a sack. Jack Campbell with a sack. Raymond at the 25-yard line. Raymond's going to find a crease. He's going to get some blocking, and he's got a big crease now. He's going to get it all the way down to the 43-yard line. Great returns by Khalif Raymond today. Khalif Raymond is doing a hell of a job returning punts today. Great job. Oh, Kamal, I guarantee you it sucks. Again, low scoring, here's the thing. If you like defensive battles, low scoring games are your favorite thing. But to me, I don't think that the game with the Bucs and the Panthers is a low-scoring game because of great defense. I think it's just because the offenses are so bad, they can't do anything. All right, let's take a look at some scores around the NFL while we wait for the commercial break to be over. Bengals are now up 31-0 over the Browns. Holy cow. Phew. Titans, Jaguars still as it was 28-13. Jets, Patriots still 6-3. Falcons, Saints still 31-17. And the Bucs still 6-0. Oh boy. Currently right now, the Lions' longest run of the day is for 8 yards. Both running backs have touchdowns, but Montgomery's only averaging 3 yards a rush, and Gibbs is only averaging 2.6. Man, oh man. Bob Oyup says Lions have paid Levi Onwuzurike $2.2 million for one sack. Kind of expensive. You got to understand something here, folks. I get that people are upset about the Levi Onwuzurike situation because of the fact we drafted him in the second round. He really hasn't done much for us. But it's like, listen, you got to consider the nature of his injury. He had a back injury that should have, in essence, killed his career. I've been upset about it myself. But it's like, listen, sometimes you just got to take a look at it. A player needs to get healthy first. And then once they get healthy, they can start playing really well. Case in point, take a look at Ife Melifonwu. Ife Melifonwu had injuries earlier on in his career, and now look what he's doing. He's outplaying Tracy Walker. He's outplaying Kirby Joseph. And both of those guys were starters last year. All right. Lions offense back out on the field. Goff in an empty formation. Gibbs is on the field. St. Brown in motion from left to right. Goff in the gun. Goff snaps. Goff gets it to St. Brown. St. Brown is going to juke a little bit, pick up about 5 yards, maybe 4. Got a 2nd and 5 or 2nd and 6 coming up. St. Brown looks a little wincy, but he looks like he's fine. Probably just had the air knocked out of him. I think he's just got a slight stinger. Goff under center. Skipper and Mitchell move, but Skipper goes back to the right. Gibbs in the backfield. Goff snaps, hands it to Gibbs. Gibbs cuts it back, is going to pick up another 3 or 4. Thomas, I think St. Brown's just got to – there you go. St. Brown's going right back into the game. St. Brown probably just had a slight stinger. Probably just had a cramp right here in his ribs. I get them all the time. Yeah, they suck. They sting like holy hell. And it's like, okay, just gotta stretch that out a little bit. And we all know St. Brown. St. Brown is tough as fucking nails. That guy's not coming out unless he's got something broke. 3rd and 2 for the Lions. Goff in the gun. Goff snaps. Goff looks to throw. Goff is going to scramble. Incomplete pass. 4th and 2 for the Lions. This would be a time for the Lions to go for it on 4th and 2. This would be a good time to go for it. But they're not. They're going to punt it away again. That was one that you should. Yeah, he's just got a stinger right now. St. Brown's just got a stinger. He's trying to work it out right there. Luck had nothing to do with it, Dean. It had everything to do with the fact the ball was thrown low for a reason. All right. Let's take a look-see here at what's going on around the NFL while we wait for the commercial break again. Bengals still up 31 to nothing over the Browns. Titans still up 28-13. Jets are up still 6-3. Falcons are still up 31-17, but oh my Lord, the Bucs scored another field goal. They're now up 9-0 over the Panthers. 9-0 against the Panthers. Dude, if I was the Bucs, I would be like, dude, even if we win, I am not feeling good about myself right now. Good point, Galloping Lake 6. I can't tell you how many times I've heard that statement too. I'm going to put that up there. Because think about this. I don't know how many times I've heard this. Oh, Goff almost threw an interception. So what? There's a lot of quarterbacks that almost threw interceptions. I've said it before. I'll say it again. You want to know what almost only counts in? Horseshoes and hand grenades. Because you can almost get the hand grenade close. You can almost get the horseshoe close, and it's going to count. Doesn't count in football. Almost don't count in anything else. So can we stop talking about the almost interceptions? Who gives a damn? That's who. Lions fans that just want to see Goff fail, I guess. It's just a stinger, Bodie. It's just a stinger. Literally, he's on the sideline doing this nonsense. Literally, that's what he's trying to do. He's got a small stinger there. That's not going to keep St. Brown out. All right, Mullins in the under center again. Mullins play action, rolls to the right, looks to throw, gets it downfield, finds the tight end again. Going to pick up another big play. Damn, I don't know what is up with this defense, but we are getting beat with these explosive plays all over the place. And this soft zone coverage over the middle is just crazy. His injury didn't look bad, Galloping Lake 6. It's probably just a hyperextended knee. Stop focusing on the damn injury of Laporta. I don't know, Rich Hustle. I thought something similar to that. I wouldn't say a muskrat, but he definitely looks kind of weird in a helmet. Like his face looks kind of scrunched. All right, Mullins is under center again. Going to be an I formation. Mullins snaps the ball, hands it off to Chandler, and Chandler's going to go nowhere. Pascal smacked him behind the line of scrimmage, losing 2-3 on the play right there. Good job, Pascal. Good job. 2nd and 2 for the Vikings. Mullins in the gun. Man in motion. Mullins snaps, looks to throw, gets it quick to them, and Anzalone cuts him down immediately. Good stop by Anzalone there finally. 3rd and 10 coming up for the Vikings offense. All right, 3rd and 10 coming for the Lions defense and Vikings offense. Mullins in the gun. 2 wide receivers to the right with a tight end. Mullins is trying to call out stuff, but it's hard to hear. 5, 4, 3. Play is off. Mullins getting pressured. Mullins throws it up, and it's caught, but it's going to be a yard short. It's going to be 4th and 1 coming up. Dude, I'll give Justin Jefferson this. Like, he's got great catching capability. It's a shame that his talent is wasted in Minnesota. 4th and 1 for the Vikings coming up here. See what they do here. Power I formation. Mullins under center. Play action. Looks to throw. Goes deep. Wow. Touchdown to Justin Jefferson. Jefferson beat Vildor right off the top. Wow. And now I know exactly what the Vikings are going to do. They're going to go for 2 to bring it within 6. That's Aaron Glenn's defense for you. That's Aaron Glenn's defense. Jefferson just literally blows right past him. Literally right past him. Vildor didn't even do anything to try and stop him, bump him, or anything. Just literally let him go right through. Kick is up, and kick is through. Vikings are now within 7. So they decided to forego the 2-point conversion to draw within 7. Good job, Aaron Glenn. Good freaking job. I don't understand this. First and foremost, why would you put Vildor on Justin Jefferson? Why not put Sutton on him? I know Sutton had a crap game last week against CeeDee Lamb, but he's still our best cover corner. Why would you do that? That's first and foremost. Second of all, why would you leave Justin Jefferson in single coverage? Why not double cover him? No safety help over top. It's just like, dude, it's like that single coverage look just doesn't work. It doesn't work against wide receivers like him. Justin Jefferson has now got 1,000 yards. Kick goes through the back of the end zone. Lions will start at the 25-yard line. Buckeye, Michigan, you're fine. You're fine. I'm just trying to keep people understanding about what's going on here. Everybody's so worried about the Sam Laporta injury. Don't let that distract you from the current moment. Is it crap? Does it worry you? Yes, it does. But at the same time, don't let those bad thoughts overtake you. Goff under center, strong I formation. Gibbs in the backfield. Goff is killing the play. Goff snaps the ball, hands it off to Gibbs. Gibbs finds a back lane and is going to pick up about 5 yards on the forward progression. And that's going to end the third quarter. Lions up 20-13. St. Brown still has his helmet on, so he's not coming out of the game. Looks like the Lions are going to play their starters all the way to the very end. Which, I mean, you got to think about it here. Whose fault is that? Whose fault is it that the Lions have to play their starters the whole game? Aaron Glenn. If Aaron Glenn and his defense would actually do their job, you could have sat the starters. Everyone can say what they want about the offense being off kilter for the first half, but if the defense had done its job and the Lions would have gotten the ball back to start that one, they could have been done by the start of midpoint of the fourth quarter. Sean Ackerson, I would like to see it happen too, but right now Montgomery's still short by 4 yards, and let's see here. How many yards does Gibbs need? Gibbs needs a lot. Gibbs needed 85 yards coming into today, and let's see here. Gibbs needed 85 yards. 85 minus his current. Gibbs still needs 58 yards. So Montgomery needs 4 yards, and Gibbs needs 58. Is there still a chance both of them can get it? Yes, there is. Actually, Duke of Games, Gibbs needs about 60. He needs 58 exactly. It's still possible. But at this point, the Lions are only up by 7. They still got to play their game the way they're going to play it. And right now, the passing game has been working a lot better than the running game. And I'll tell you why. Because again, the Vikings do not want the Lions to get dual 1,000-yard runners. They don't want that on them. That's why the Vikings' rush defense has been playing a lot better than their passing defense. All right, currently scores are 31-0 Browns below the Bengals. Jaguars have now pulled within 8 against the Titans, 28-20. Jets and Patriots are still the same score as it has been, 6-3. Falcons are still down 31-17, and the Bucks are still down, or Buccaneers are still on top 9-0 over the Panthers. No. Facebook user Golf can't break it today. The most passing yards in history for the Lions is over 5,000. Golf is going to get about 4.5. Golf snaps, play action, looks to throw. Golf gets it off, goes deep, gets it to St. Brown. St. Brown's got a chance. St. Brown's going to go to the corner. St. Brown, oh, come on, boy. Come on, get it in there. Get it in there. Get it in there. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown with a touchdown. Goff's 30th touchdown of the year. Holy crap. 70-yard play for Goff to St. Brown. 30 touchdown passes for Jared Goff on the season. That was a 70-yard play, Facebook user. Holy cow. That's also Amon-Ra St. Brown's 10th receiving touchdown. 10th receiving touchdown. So Gibbs has 10 touchdowns on the season. Laporta has 10 touchdowns on the season. St. Brown has 10 touchdowns on the season. Amon-Ra St. Brown now has 144 yards. Goff and St. Brown sharing a tight embrace. I guarantee you that's the end of St. Brown's Day. I'm kind of curious now. So currently right now, Jared Goff is the 4th and 5th most passing touchdown quarterback for the Lions in Lions history. He needs 2 more to tie Scott Mitchell from 1995. Not very likely. Mullins in the gun. Mullins snaps, hands it off to Chandler. Chandler is going to get about 4 yards. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Not the greatest tackle in the world. Tackled him really high around his head. Mullins in the gun. Mullins snaps, looks to throw. Mullins throws it deep. Gets it to Jefferson again. Another 30-yard bomb to Jefferson. Well, think about it, Facebook user. He's now got 177 yards. 176. Pardon me. I was off by 1. Mullins gets pressured, throws it again. Wow. Mullins literally threw that up on a wing and a prayer, and another touchdown thrown deep. Good to go, Aaron J. Good to go, Aaron Glenn. Good to go, Aaron Glenn. Cameron Sutton just let Addison run right past him. Quara hit Mullins, and Mullins still got the damn thing off. Dude, I'm telling you this right now. Aaron Glenn's going to lose this game for us. I'm telling you. I am telling you it's going to happen. It's going to happen. This defense is just horrible playing against receivers. I can't understand how Aaron Glenn, being a cornerback, a former cornerback, cannot get this damn defense to play better in coverage. Yes, Galloping Lake 6, they scored on 3 plays. A Ty Chandler run, a Justin Jefferson throw, and then a throw to freaking Jordan Addison. 3 plays. Gordon DePress Sutton might be mediocre, but he's the best cover corner we got. Sean, I would agree that I'm telling you this right now. What people don't realize is that this offseason, again, the same thing is going to happen that happened last year and the year before that. The majority of our offseason acquisitions are going to be defensive. We've got to fix up the defensive secondary and cornerback room. Safeties are okay. Cornerbacks suck. We've got to add an edge rusher opposite of Hutchinson to give him some help. We got to get more offensive line depth. Like, dude, this is just not acceptable. No, Facebook user. I do not want Darius Slay back. You want to know why? He's old and he can't stay healthy all that often. Lions are up by 7, 27-20. Play goes out the back of the end zone. Lions will start on the 25-yard line again. Mullins is almost thrown for another 400 yards here against the Lions. He threw 412 against us on Christmas Eve, and now he's to 351. That's what Nick Mullins is doing. Goff snaps it. Play action. Throws it to Khalif Raymond. Raymond is going to get down to about 9 yards. And now Raymond is slow to get up. Unfortunately, at this point, I can't. Unfortunately, you can't make an adjustment. I'm saying this based off of what the announcer just said. Oh, you need to possibly make an adjustment. You can't. That's the problem. They can't make an adjustment on offense because Aaron Glenn's defense can't stop the Vikings offense. That's the problem. The ball is at the 34-yard line. Facebook user, it's at the 34-yard line. You could say that, Buckeye in Michigan, but the way I look at it is I'm blaming Aaron Glenn. Anyone who wants to disagree with me can say all they want. Oh, how can Aaron Glenn control this? The reason he can control it is because if his defense, if he actually had prepared himself like he did against the Dallas game, we wouldn't be having this discussion. You could actually keep these players out and not have to risk injury. But if we don't keep the starting offense out there, we can't hold pace. And we're going up against we're going up against an offense that doesn't have its starting quarterback. It doesn't have its starting tackle. It doesn't have its starting guard. It doesn't have its starting tight end. Think about that. Oh, sorry, all my ears just really aching right now. Come on, you got a good point about what do we think Matthew Stafford's going to do? Because they got both Cooper Kupp and Nakua. Again, that's my whole point, and people have argued with me the whole season on this. Aaron Glenn is the Achilles heel. It's the truth. Even if you don't want to agree with it, even if you think that I'm just against freaking Aaron Glenn, think about it. Aaron Glenn's defense cannot get stops when it's necessary. Yep, it looks like Raymond is injured his ankle. Goff under center. Goff snaps, hands it off to Gibbs. And Gibbs is going to pick up actually that's Montgomery, and he picks up the first down. And that actually is a 4 or 5 yard gain. So that actually does put Montgomery over the 1,000-yard motion. Montgomery now has 1,001 yards on the season. And now Goff under center again. Goff snaps, hands it off to Montgomery again, and Montgomery's going to pick up another 6-7 yards. Montgomery does have over 1,000 yards, so now we need to get Gibbs over 1,000. And it looks like the Bucs won. The Bucs won their game against the Panthers 9-0. The Bucs have secured the 4th seed. Goff under center. Goff snaps. Goff play action. Goff looks to throw. Goff gets pressured. Throws it. Gets it to Josh Reynolds on a big throw down the middle. So the Bucs win their division. They will hold the 4th seed. First and 10 for the Lions. Goff under center. Gibbs is in the backfield. Goff snaps it, hands it off to Gibbs. Gibbs is going to cut back the other way, and he's going to pick up about 3 yards. Actually, they're giving him a 2-yard gain. Lions now need to get 56 yards for Gibbs in order for him to crack 1,000 yards. Goff in the gun, 2nd and 8. We're at the 30-something. False start on Graham Glasgow. Great. False start against Graham Glasgow. Good going. Well, now you guys can get to see what I'm seeing here. Goff in the gun with Gibbs in the backfield. 2nd and 13, Goff snaps. Goff is going to throw it. Gets it to James Mitchell on a great throw backside. Great throw by James Mitchell and great catch by Mitchell. Goff throwing backside on a throw. Talk about an athletic move there, and Mitchell gets it. Nice tight spiral. Nice tight spiral throw by Goff. Great athleticism. Great catch by Mitchell. Goff in the gun. Reynolds in motion to the right. Further motion. Goff looks to throw. Straight drop back. Throws it. And throws it too tall for Reynolds. Too far up high. Tried to get it to Reynolds. Reynolds and St. Brown step out, so we got a big package coming in here. It's on the 16-yard line for the Lions. 2nd and 10 coming up. Goff snaps, hands it off to Gibbs. Gibbs finds an end around corner and is going to pick up about 4 yards there. Going to make it 3rd and 6. We do have an injury update. And the injury to Khalif Raymond was actually a knee, not an ankle. He is out. Goff in the gun empty. Brings back Gibbs. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Goff looks to throw. Goff is going to get sacked. Hunter finally got him. Decker couldn't hold him off, and Goff got sacked. It is now 4th and 15. Lions are going to send out the field goal kicker to get 3 more points to go up by 10. Kick is up, and kick is good. Lions go up to 10 now. Roger Horvath, shut the hell up. Mr. Statue just rolled out to the left and threw against the grain to the backside to James Mitchell. Lions are now up by 10, 30-20. All right. Eight minutes and 14 seconds left in the game. Lions are up by 10. Kickoff is away. Kickoff is going to go out the back of the end zone. Vikings will start at the 25-yard line. Mullins in the gun. Mullins snaps it, gets it out quick to Jefferson, and Jefferson kind of stumbles, picks up about 4 or 5 yards. Mullins is in the gun, snaps it, looks to throw, gets it out. Almost! It's intercepted by Vildor. Vildor gets to his feet, but there's a flag on the play. Don't know if it's a turnover yet, though, because I don't know if that was a true catch or not, and there's the flag on the play. That is an interception. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's incomplete. Fudge. It was fun while it lasted, but it is incomplete. But there is a flag on the play. So not only do we not get the interception, but it's an illegal use of hands to the face by Gardner Johnson. Oh, it's on Sutton, apparently. Not Johnson, on Sutton. So, no interception and illegal use of hands to the face. Yeah, Sutton got right in his grill. Damn. 1st and 10 for the Vikings again. Mullins under center. Mullins snaps it. Play action. Looks to throw. Throws up. Drops it off underneath to the tight end. Tight end's going to pick up 8 yards. Going to make it 2nd and 2. Mullins under center, hands it off to Chandler. Chandler is going to push his way and pick up 1 yard, maybe a yard and a half. It's still going to be 3rd and 1 or 3rd and inches. Third and 1. Mullins is going to take the snap on a QB sneak, picks it up on 1st and down. 6.5 minutes left. All right. 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Under 6 minutes now. Mullins under center, snaps the ball. Play action, looks to throw. A little bit of pressure. Dancing, throws it underneath. Incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 coming. Mullins in the gun, 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 wide receiver and tight end to the right. Mullins snaps it, draw play, and Chandler is going to get dropped after a gain of nothing, gets back to the line of gain. So it's going to be 3rd and 10 coming up for the Vikings. Oh, so he gave him 1 yard. It's 3rd and 9 for the Vikings. Mullins is going to be in the gun. Trying to call something. 3, 2, 1. Gets it off barely, but there is pressure coming up. Mullins gets it out. Completes. Oh, my Lord. How can... Wow. Did you see how much freaking space that defense gave underneath? Dude, gave him so much space. Mullins in the gun again. There's a challenge flag on the play. Are they challenging the spot or whether it was a catch? But there's a challenge flag. Ooh. I don't. Ooh. Is that a completed pass or not? He uses the ball, he uses the ground to kind of secure it. That's That's an interesting call, actually. This is going to be interesting. I don't know if it's irrefutable evidence, but it's definitely worth a look. It's definitely worth a look. I don't know if they're going to rule it incomplete, but it's definitely an interesting look. It's definitely an interesting call. So they ruled it a completed catch. They ruled it as a completed pass. So Dan Campbell lost that challenge. So it's a first down for the Vikings 4 minutes and 40 seconds left on the game clock. Notre Dame is up 41. Notre Dame. New Orleans Saints are up 41-17 over the Falcons. Wow. How did I come with Notre Dame over that? Mullins under center, I formation. Mullins is calling something out. Mullins snaps it. Play action. Looks to throw. Hutchinson almost had it, but got it to Chandler, who juggled it. It's going to be a 2nd and 6 or 2nd and 5. They're actually going to say it's 2nd and 4. Wow. Gave him a little more yardage than I would have. Mullins under center. Mullins snaps it. Play action. Looks to throw. Gets it out. Jefferson gets the catch. Another first down for the Vikings. Jefferson's almost got 200 yards through the air on us. Mullins under center, tight end in motion. Mullins snaps it, pitches it. No, doesn't. Tried to do a fake pitch out play action. Couldn't get any protection on the naked boot. Had to throw it away. Does what surprise me, Jody Salmon? Does it surprise me? No. The challenge failing? No, it doesn't surprise me at all. It doesn't surprise me one bit because it was kind of questionable. It wasn't 100% you could overturn it one way or the other. So for me, it was questionable. Mullins in the gun. Mullins snaps it, looks to throw. Mullins gets it out quick and broken up by Brian Branch. Had a hand on it. 3rd and 10 coming up. Branch got up there, definitely provided good coverage on that one. 3rd and 10 coming up for the Lions defense and Vikings offense. 3rd and 10 coming up here. Mullins in the gun, 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left with a tight end. Actually, it's 3. Never mind. Mullins snaps, looks to throw. Mullins gets pressured. Mullins gets hit. Intercepted! Intercepted by Cameron Sutton. About damn time. Thank you. Thanks, dear. That was great. That was great. Aquara almost screwed that up. Aquara was trying to swipe it away, but Sutton actually got it. Goff under center, gives it to Gibbs, and Gibbs gets tackled for a loss. I guarantee you this, the Lions are going to try and give Gibbs that 1,000 yards, but I don't know if they're going to get it. I hope they do, but I don't know if they're going to get it. Gibbs literally, oh, good Lord. Gibbs needs 56 yards. He needs 56 yards to break it. 56 yards, folks. 56 yards is what he needs. Okay, Goff under center. Man in motion. Goff tosses it to Gibbs. Gibbs is trying to find a corner and gets nothing. Again, no gain. This offensive line is just not doing a good job opening running lanes today. Like, they're just not there. This is probably the worst I've seen the Lions offensive line run block since probably the Buccaneers game. You've now got 3rd and 13 coming up. The Lions have to pass it here because they got to at least get it close enough for a conversion, because they can't give the ball right back to Minnesota. They've got to take clock off. Jaguars lose to the Titans and are out of the playoffs. Texans will host the Browns in the playoffs. Goff snaps, hands it to Gibbs. Gibbs is going to pick up about, nope, that's Montgomery. No Gibbs there. 4th and 8 coming up for the Lions. And the Vikings take their last time out. So I don't think Gibbs is going to get it, fellas. I don't think Gibbs is going to get the first. I don't think he's going to get 1,000 yards. I don't think Gibbs is going to get it. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible, Facebook user, but it's very, very highly unlikely. It's extremely unlikely. Yeah, Sean Ackerson, it was a great year for Jahmyr Gibbs. No doubt about that. Great year for him. He didn't even play a whole lot in the beginning of the season. Had he played, yeah, he probably would get the 1,000 yards, no problems. Good sounding kick from some chirping coming from Jerry Jacobs and somebody else. But there is a flag on the play, probably against the Vikings. Still waiting on what the flag is. Still don't know. Holding against the Vikings. Ball will be held against the Vikings, and the ball will be at the 10-yard line. Mullins is in the gun. And man in motion. Mullins snaps, looks to throw, throws it, gets it to Addison. Addison's going to pick up about 6 or 7 yards. Going to be a 2nd and 3 coming up. Going to be at the 17-yard line. Second and 5, pardon me. Mullins in the gun. Mullins snaps. Mullins looks to throw, gets pressured, throws it deep, and way overthrown. C.J. Gardner-Johnson was trying to make a play, put his hand out there, hoping he could try and grab it, but didn't get it. 3rd and 5 for the Vikings offense. Obviously, 4-down territory for the Vikings here, because if they don't go for it, they got to hope and pray like hell that their defense can stop them, because they only got one more chance to stop the clock because they've used all their timeouts. Vikings snap. Mullins looks to throw. Mullins is getting pressured, throws it up, and another interception. Gardner Johnson with an interception. First game back, and CJGJ gets an interception. Ruling is an interception. Nick Mullins costs the game for the Vikings. Lions will win the game. They will go to 12 wins. And now they got to see what happens between the Cowboys and the Eagles games. John Fox over there congratulating CJGJ. Goff in the gun. Goff looks to throw. Goff gets it to Reynolds. Reynolds is going to pick up a first down. Game is now at the 2-minute warning after another first down. Goff has now thrown over 300 yards on the day. I don't know if they're going to put in Teddy Bridgewater, Buckeye. I think, honestly, they're probably just going to let Goff take the last snaps and just let it go that way. Because you got to think about it here. If the Lions still need to convert at least one more first down to really put this game out of reach for the Vikings. Because the Vikings, even though they're down by 10, they still could, in theory, come back. If they get a touchdown, then an onside kick, I can go through the whole theory. I think that what's going to happen is they're going to keep the offense out there, get one more first down, then they'll probably let Teddy Bridgewater in. They could let Teddy Bridgewater in right now, but we'll see what happens. Yes, Jody Solomon, you are correct. The Vikings are out of timeouts. But I'm just simply saying the Lions need at least one more first down conversion to really put the game away. That's all I'm saying. They need at least one more first down conversion. That's it. Galloping Lake 6, 3 knees is not going to wipe off 120 seconds. You only get 30 seconds for each play. That's it. So you'd wipe out most of it, but you wouldn't wipe out all of it. Goff snaps, Goff throws, gets it to Josh Reynolds. Reynolds gets another. Actually, they didn't give him the first down. It was 9 yards. Yep, they're going to let Goff take all the snaps. They're not going to bring in Teddy Bridgewater. They're not going to bring in Teddy Bridgewater. They're just going to go all the way. I think they're trying to get Josh Reynolds his bonus incentive. Now you can go all knees, yes. 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, blah, 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 blah. No, they're not going knees. Goff gets the snap off, gets it to Reynolds. Reynolds going to get another. They're. That's it. Lions win. So the Lions were able to get away from that game with pretty much a majority of no injuries. They got a couple of boo-boos, but St. Brown was able to finish the game. So was Brian Branch. The one that everybody's concerned about, though, is Sam Laporta. So now I'm just going to check something here really quickly, folks. So $23 plus $384.
Will you just grab it so then go back to watching my show? Because I thought it was going to be here like 10 minutes ago.
I can.
I'll come down. I just know I'm going to stay at the door the whole time while I'm waiting.
I understand. 320, 420, 320 plus 4255. 4575. All right, folks. So, Lions finished the year 12-5 with tying their most wins in franchise history since 1991. Jared Goff finishes the year with 30 touchdown passes. 4 Lions players finished with 10 touchdowns altogether. That is Montgomery, that is Gibbs, that's Laporta, and that's St. Brown. So, pretty good day for the Lions. Lions are now 12-5. They have secured the number 3 seed. They could potentially secure the number 2 seed with losses with the Eagles and the Cowboys, but we will see what's going on in that game, or those games, pardon me. But until that time, I'm going to restart the show at 7 p.m. so that way we can watch most of those games to see where they're going to be at. If the Cowboys and Eagles lose both their games, the Lions go to the number 2 seed. But with that being said, I'm going to cut the show here because I got other things I got to do. But until we meet again at 7 o'clock, just want to say great win for the Lions, one pride, and hope everyone's having themselves a good day. Until then, adios.